today.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Trying to figure out how you play against this kind of style. You get more aggressive on the defensive side to try and seize back a little bit of that room that, as I said, NIP would probably give a lot of space to Liquid. And my logic for picking NIP as the favorites in this series was that I feel like in general, you know, when you take risks like Liquid have been, I'm not going to favor you. You're in uncharted territory, and I'm not comfortable with that. I'm a stats man. I like what works. But right now, whatever Liquid are doing is working. They've come ahead in the series. Not quite come ahead in this round, though. It's been trade out of HP to start things off. But Hip, he's playing a little bit scared now. He's being spotted over towards the back of C, and he's heard players come into Garage. A lot of control lost for NIP, and a lot of ground taken for Liquid to execute.
Hip's got to be careful from this position. Oh, Link's pre-firing it as well. Tapping away at Hip, and actually takes a lot of health away from him. They're trying to fight off against it, and Nip may be picking up some kills, but Link's chiming in with some of his own. The shorty in play, and he's absolutely loving it, getting the job done with this. But can he find much more? Rhyme ready on the side. He sees the dash out. Fearov's in a great position to do some additional damage, and Rhyme working his way around the side. Might sideswipe Eccles here, who doesn't expect it at all. This is huge from Rhyme. He's pushing forward. He's making it work, and they're just spamming through the smoke right now. Scream, he's all alone. And this is so difficult for him to deal with. He's missing so many shots. It's unlike Scream. 1, 2. He's got invulnerable. He's healing up. How is he trying to get away with this? Eventually, Lucka puts him down. The spike will be defused. But this is what we keep saying about Scream on this Raider. What on earth?
It's mad. Just seeing him dance around like that and almost win the round. If he survived just a little bit longer, that could have been his. It was just literally a second away. But in the end, my God, look at this. Heal, dismiss. But he popped out of the dismiss so quickly. And that was really the downfall that he couldn't make it away. On the back of that, though, I think there's still going to be a little bit of confidence over in the Liquid side. When you got someone that steps up and makes that kind of a play, that puts smiles on everybody's faces.
And he missed those first few shots. Imagine if he actually picked up the kill off the first couple of ones that hit. Like, oh, that was very close indeed. But for Nip, they've got a pistol. It's the first pistol they've won of the series so far. Give them a great opportunity in this, and they need to make sure they make the most of it. And that's exactly the start they wanted. Lucka finding a kill. Kree may be able to get one as well. Liquid trying to tap away and hold position, but a big advantage sits with Nip.
Oh, that stun is perfect. The fault line puts a massive fault in Team Liquid's attack. Good flash through. Doesn't fully catch Scream. It was just off his screen, but he's still blinded up for long enough to allow Hip the advantage. There we go. 2-0. Cleaned up the second round. And yeah, massive problem for NIP has been those early round starts, as we've been saying, as they said themselves, that are early game starts, in the halves. They haven't been able to get themselves on the board till, 3 or 4 rounds into it. Now they've got that little injection of rounds. Is that going to be, is that going to be enough? Because now they come up against the full buy of Liquid. Okay, there might not be an operator in play, but they're just as scary when it comes to these rifles.
Now, one thing, Mitch, you forgive me if I'm getting this incorrect, but I remember many times we've watched Liquid, and their defensive side has been the one they've had the more dominant performance on. When it's come to their attacking side, we've often seen them get off to slow starts in this similar kind of fashion. And actually, I thought with this composition, it might be a bit of a difference with it. So I'm really excited to see how it might pan out for these buy rounds here.
And their defense versus G2, I think that's where they had like an 8-1 scoreline to close out the map. That was an insane defensive side over in the Allied Odyssey. And for Liquid, that's one of the reasons we were looking at them is potentially being able to take down G2 back then. It's been a long time since they've felt, or since we felt that comfortable in their performance. But oh my, look at that is a very aggressive peak with a Marshall.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't expect him to be that pushed up on it. But Hip's in a good position to do some serious damage. He starts off with 1, but the rest of Liquid swarm the site. No problem at all for Eccles. The spike's going to go down, and with guns in their hands, Nip didn't have the upgrades in, but it doesn't seem to even matter because they just tore him apart once again. Liquid, they'll get the bounce back. Losing those first 2 rounds doesn't affect them too much. And for Nip, it's not too much of a big worry though, right? You don't have all the upgraded weapons. You can sit there and buy up into this round. This is the one that's going to be the real test of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're NIP, you can write that round off 100% and just say, hey, look, it's fine. We only had the weak weapons. Who cares? This is where they've got to really make the stand. The thing that worries me, though, is like the decision-making in a round like that. You've given up control. You've been smoked off by a jet. It's not like that's a brim smoke and he can throw it from anywhere. You know someone's in garage, and then you just peek in with a Marshall. Like, why? What is that? And sprayed down. You can't do that regardless of what weapon you have, regardless of what kind of round it's in. And Looker, oh no, he's just taken down 2. That must have been a collateral. No, it wasn't. That was on 2 different angles. Yeah. Gorgeous work.
And the thing about Lucker, I spoke about this on day one, the fact that the way he plays on Haven, he's always pushing out of garage, right? He doesn't go to take for the normal hit on B. He'll look to move his way around and try to do it different on how aggressive he gets with it, utilizing the jet to the best of its ability. Well, that worked out massively. Big guns in their hands, and they shut Liquid down. Don't even give him a chance to react. Liquid didn't even really get moving.
That's what you want, though. That's exactly what you want. If you're an NIP fan here, Looker showing up yesterday was a key reason that they even got 7 rounds versus G2. This man was unreal. Remember those shots? He's quick-scoping people. He's dominating one after another. When it came through to these fights over on the A side, it was a pleasure to watch him play. What is also kind of an annoyance if you're Team Liquid is that Looker changes up pretty much every round. Whether he's playing towards C long, in garage, or B side. I rarely plays for the early A peaks, but it can happen as well. And it's that level of never really knowing, you know, you peek around an angle and maybe there's an AWP watching it. I'm ready to take those shots. And so far in this tournament, Looker's been pretty damn consistent.
Oh, the timing, Soul Gas. Doesn't work out for him. His teammates fall around him. Scream's able to fire back with 1, but a smart way of staying alive there for Soulcast, but is it going to be enough to help them net the round? They're still down 1 man, and they're going to back away from A for now.
I mean, that was basically 3 kills. The peek through by Sova, yeah. He gets the ultimate, and then the 2 players. That could have really spiraled out of control. I feel like, you know, we had the Rolling Thunder come through, but the pop of the ult, when he tries to run it back, could have been very dangerous.
Oh, this peeking if they don't check the corner. Nicely done by Scream. Links there to get Rhyme as well. 1 more in their sight, but look how Scream is playing it with that Rainer again. It must be so infuriating if you are Nip. You feel like you're able to tap him down. He's just slowly getting healed up the whole way through as he pushes on forward. Now Lucker all alone in a 1v3. And unless he gets a pick early on, he might just back away, hold on to this operator and save it for the next round, because it's still very close. It's still been quite back and forth. And yeah, looking at it, he decides against it. He doesn't want to go for him.
You have a crossfire setup on long. You have a player in window ready to swing after they peek. 3 players on A. Perfect read. Pretty much perfect setup as well.
Yep.
Screen walks through, takes the opening kill. The window guy's like, hey, I got this. I'm going to swing. I'm going to take him down. No, you're being watched by Link on the operator from long. The other guy in the corner is like, well, they've killed 2 of you now. They'll never expect me. And Scream just swings in like, bonjour, how you doing? I'm going to just take you down real quick. Come on, ça va? Not too good anymore, my friend. Look at this. He just goes, I'll just check the corner. Why not? What else would he be doing? There's no other angles to check as he pushes through other than window, which was dealt with. That is clean. And you can see, like, the Liquid must be so surprised that they even got away with that. That was one of these rounds where you're just like, Scream, you push forward. I'll cover you. Just see what you can do. And he's like, I got it.
Do your thing, baby. Do your thing.
Let's fly.
But still very close in the rounds, right? 3-2. Okay, you got the pistol and the follow-up for Nip. But then when you lost the next gun round, it was the buy-up after that helped him stay within it. Already Lucker popping the ult. Fear off. Well, he's able to get 1, but then straight on top of it is Scream. Lucker tempting fate with that. You don't want to peek into it. With the knives popped, the ult's already been spent. You might want to play a little bit more defensively in a round like this where Liquid are directly looking for you.
Yeah. Well, obviously off the back of that opening, so first of all, the reason that Looker didn't have the operator, he has his ult, so he gave it over to Firith just to get an extra weapon up in the round. Firith gets the kill, but he can't dash out of there because he's a Sova, so he's stuck in the open, just wrecked. For Looker, he wants to get aggressive because they spotted out that long players, this could be very dangerous. He cannot afford to waste his ultimate. Oh, up close. He can't even get them off. He just thrown down another smoke. That's so unfortunate for Looker. But Kree, he's in the corner. He gets 1. Oh, no, it's falling apart. Liquid maintain the advantage. And now, they're not even pushing out to C. They're taking their time. They're hitting the brakes.
The smokes, the flashes, the confusion was there for all players that were involved, but Liquid can back away. They do need to get their skates on a little bit, though, with 25 seconds to play with. Cryptic's looking to lead the charge and push on up. The turret's up high. They'll easily deal with it, but this could be huge from Rhyme. This could be the thing that saves them. Tries to make it work. Committed the ult. Comes in with a spray, but Link still deals with it. Operator in hand. They've only got Hip to find, but is his position going to be checked? He starts with a spam. He's got himself 2, and Hip! It's incredible! He holds strong. Delivers 3 swift kills, all headshots. They never expected him to be so close.
Disgusting work. My God, Hip. That is gorgeous. Pulling him right back into that one. And look at Looker's timing. Again, this man is the least lucky person on the planet. I'm calling it now. I've seen so many times where RNG just comes to haunt him. Second he puts the smoke down, they push into him. That's disgusting, but Hip, oh my. I think that we might have the names backwards because Hip seems like the looker in this situation.
Man, Liquid were not impressed with that. You saw that they were pushed for time, so Scream wanted to jump straight in and get the plant on go. And already in this round, it started to go fast and furious, but this time in Nip's favor. Fear off. Oh, he can't escape that in time. Walks back into Soulcast's molly. The fire at his feet. And this could actually give them a chance to play with this. Lucka playing it smart. Doesn't want to be tagged up by the turret at all. They're going to have a good idea of where he's gone, though.
Oh, man. Fearoth's just been aftershocked. He got molly.
He's not Irish. He can't keep saying, oh, man.
My man. My beautiful Irish boy, Fearoth. But yeah, he got wrecked, mate. He got hit by everything under the sun. He was already like 6 HP as well. This push through, it's dangerous because Looker's got the timing. He snuck into Garage, coming up behind them. He might just get this spike and stop it from being planted. He does. Gets out of there. Time now on their side. And a 4v2 as well. Liquid need to gain some ground. And this is a great opening by Eccles, actually. Good start to it. Now they can actually afford to... Oh, with these no flashes, he really needs to pull the operator off the angle, but instead it's just going to be the dry peaks that are working out. Only for a second.
Get the early advantage there for Nip, and they managed to hold on to it. Great decision-making from Lucka there as well, right? He hears the footsteps. He doesn't want to over-poke into it. Waits for them to start the spike plant when they think it's safe, and they're not even looking towards Garage. He gets away with literal murder.
Yeah, that was fantastic work. All in all, the fact that Looker was able to get up there is what won them the round. Yeah. It was really just down to timing, him being able to be sneaky, because otherwise they would have played that much more passive, but they had to push. Cryptics had to try to cross the site in Looker's sight lines. Eccles had to push spawn because they needed a plant. They needed to create some space to allow that to happen.
And this is this defensive side again that we saw last time around from NIP when they were going up against G2 that we were impressed with. How many more rounds can they net here against Liquid? Oh, Kree going to be forced off the position. He's done a nice bit of damage. Can't find the kills just yet. Link's got to be careful. Those shock darts coming out towards him.
We end up in a position... I do feel like at the moment, with the control that NIP have, they can stack up A fully, and they've already got the 4 players here. Liquid should have realized that. Oh, no! What is this? Link's just wrecked them. The paranoia wanted to be thrown out by Korea. Hip's fault. Oh, he's doing it again.
He's activated. He's making it work, but they've still got 1 player to find. Scream's in a good position. He's healed himself up, and he's got a Vandal to play with. Rhyme now in the 1v2, and the problem for him is he doesn't have much information to play off, but he does have the flashes to try and make work.
Did they realize where that came from? I think that they might have. Yeah, they're backing off. They're conscious of sight. They know where he is. I think it was an attempt at a fake from him, but he realizes now the jig is up. The game is given away, and Rhyme's able to pick up 1. Now he can actually tap this and maybe just buy himself a little bit of time. They're not going to peek him, though. Scream will just tuck away in the corner. And this should be it. There's not really much time left. Scream's just going to wise swing on this. Easy kill. An easy round for Liquid. Really well played, despite Hip's attempt again at pulling that round back. He found another 3K, but it just wasn't enough.
Hip is going full beast mode. When the going gets tough, Hip really gets going, and he's going full charge into the Liquid players. He's trying to make it happen any way he can. But this time, it just wasn't enough. Liquid, though, just off the back of Link being able to ult like that, it worked out perfectly.
About as perfectly as it could for them. You know, it was still a very close round. Obviously, the fact that Link went through and found the double.
Yeah.
We're seeing him on the jet. We're seeing him pull out something that you asked for specifically, Banks. You wanted to see Link pull a jet out. Here you go. You saw it last map. You're seeing it now. And I think we're pretty damn impressed by what we're seeing.
The technical pause coming in.
Who's not on the seat? Who's gone to the toilet? That's the question.
You're always trying to call it out on the toilet place.
It looks like we might have a genuine tech pause this time. We'll see.
That is a good way of making sure we can't see you on the camera, you know. Fully blurred it out. It's like autofocus behind him.
Yeah. Perfect, mate. Thank you.
Hey, there we go. It's like, guess who? Which Liquid player is this?
It's like, who's that Pokemon?
And then he just wipes over it. It's like, it's Cryptic.
We should do that. We should have that for players. Like, guess the player.
Mixwell and Scream are going to be an easy one for all the guys watching the streams of them non-stop.
Scream's hair gives him away now.
Yeah.
It's the thing. Well, looking at 5-3, looking at a buy for NIP. We should be seeing another one up on the board for Liquid. This is one of those rounds that it should just be boring, right? Should be a nice, just clean-cut round for NIP. Or for Liquid, excuse me. As NIP just have those pistols. See if they're able to dish out any punishment, maybe save over a weapon. In the grand scheme of things, you know, we have NIP off to that good start in the early half. Mm-hmm. Now they need to show that, you know, that was the problem, that they just couldn't get those early rounds up. Because if they allow Liquid to build up that momentum and really pull back into this, it could be very dangerous. Solkus opening this one up nice and cleanly.
Oh, it continues. The flashes are just perfect. Liquid bundled their way into the B site. No problem at all to get the spike down. Yes, they're only going up against pistols, but just the execution when you look at it. It's like everything that Nip were trying to do to just find an opening, find entry, even shoot a little bit, was delayed by flashes coming straight up in their face. And now Hip, he's just holding down the end of C-Long. They know exactly where he is.
It's clean cutting it. Nice and clean, nice and easy. When you've only got pistols, you shouldn't get anything done. You really shouldn't. Those are the rounds where if it's not boring, I'm worried. I'm worried about why it isn't and why it's interesting. Here we go, though. These are the rounds that we live for. Pretty even buy, pretty much exactly what we expect. When it comes to ultimates, though, you can see Liquid are miles ahead. And considering the comp that they have on the attacking side, their ults are really scary. We've already seen the combination of Lockdown alongside Phoenix's ult to just run through and find those kills while the players have to fall back. I'm curious to see if we see that again or some more takes on how to use Lockdown.
Oh, Fear off trying to tag up as many players as possible, soften them up for later on in the round. Not going to work out the way he would have liked it to. Kree's still hanging around, hoping that someone might push up into him. But Liquid, they're keeping it defensive. They're well aware of what's going on. But will they expect Lucka? Oh, the position! The timing just didn't work out for Lucka. He just got there. But that will mean that Nip have a good idea that they're not towards A long for now. And it could be just another B bus coming straight in. Fear off on the edge. He's ready and waiting for it. Kree's teleport himself in. Is it going to be enough? The flashes once again. But the Phoenix ult's going to be destroyed.
Go, the TP up top. It's dangerous. Kree's being caught out before by this kind of stuff. He's trying to shoot the spike.
Oh!
That's not quite how it works. He's being pushed into the back of the side into safety, but he's not safe enough. Solka's still able to hunt him down and put a 2v4 on the board. For Liquid at this point, it should be an easy spike plant. Then even easier because they're pushing into the A site, which is completely open.
Again. You love this from Liquid. They do it so many times. They'll hit B, they'll hit B. You've seen them this on their previous compositions of agents, but this is a tried and tested strategy from them. Get B site control, understand where they might be playing from, and then work your way into A, where you feel a lot better from them having to struggle to retake it.
Banks, we're getting one hell of a game. This is kind of what I expected starting this series off. Liquid, they're playing much better than I thought. NIP get off to a good start, and so they end up tied up 5-5. But a close map is what I want to see. And right now, I'm honestly not convinced we're going to get one. Because although it's been close so far, it's the context in which we've gotten here. And I think in the buy rounds, Liquid have looked far cleaner. They forced down a double Marshall buy from NIP as well. A very weak investment, saving over for the next round. But Liquid have also got so much money right now. They can invest into everything they want. You might even see double operators come out in the next round just at the start, depending on how many weapons they save over. Because going into that final round, they can do whatever the hell they want.
Creed would have heard the footsteps jumping away. This might give them an opportunity to get very aggressive, further than what he has done. Try and catch some of the Liquid players off guard. They're fully focused towards mid and B for now. It's all going to come down to how fast Liquid want to take this. Lucka right on the edge of the knives in his hand. This could be huge. Oh, he misses on the right click. Scream doesn't have a clue where he is. Lucka still gets the kill, but that's all he's going to get. He continues to just be so unlucky with the right click. He thinks it's going to hit and they just dance all around. Fearoff hoping he can chime in with a bit more of that Marshall, but still the weaponry is heavily in favor of Liquid. They've got the site control, and Fearoff, there might be a slight timing he can work with here. But Link already got the cover fire on go. That was a little bit messy. It was a little bit dicey. And poor Scream, I think that was the most confused we've seen him as Reyna.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Looker is the unluckiest man alive. He cannot get away. The right clicks that I've seen him miss, it's just something else. And yet when he left clicks, he just headshots everyone. That's why I wish he just unbind right click. Obviously, as an operator player, that probably wouldn't be ideal, but if maybe he can figure out some sort of a way to unbind it for his ult, because it's not doing him any favors.
Well, you said about the potential for double operator setup, and it is in play for NIP. They want to make it a 6-6 first half here. It started off so well for them, but Liquid, they found a way to make it work. Fearoff takes a shot in the dark as the flash goes out, but he's not able to make it connect. And Liquid now at least will regain control. Fearoff wants to try and poke onto it again, but Link, he says, I dare you to poke me, and I'm always going to win that duel. I know your game, and I'll play you at it all day long.
We're playing over towards the A site. That's the game plan for Liquid. Echo's in a little bit of trouble here. He gets peeked from top mid. Easy kill. But Liquid are just going to blitz out to A on the back of that. They know they've lost a player. They've lost their mid flank. And so it's all about playing that very two-dimensional approach of just running up through long and short. The ultimate goes down for Cryptix. The lockdown keeping his opponents. Look at where it's pushed them to.
Wow.
The far side of B as the spike is planted, and only now can they start making a move. That has bought them so much time, and it's even allowed Looker to, or not Looker, excuse me, it's allowed their Jet to get right up into heaven. Link has got a great position there to lock down the post plants.
Still a chance here for Nip. It is a 3v3, but Link, he finds Lucka, and he's not going to be finishing anytime soon. Tree looking to avoid the rolling thunder, but Scream there, ready and waiting. Link's just flying out with the knives to end it all. 7-5 first half, and Liquid, it may have not started off the way they wanted, but Nip, they slowly but surely let it slip away as they struggle once again on Haven, despite putting up a better defensive side.
It's been a great showing by Liquid all in all. And as you said, Banks, a struggle for NIP. Can they come back into this map to keep themselves alive in this tournament run? Only time will tell. We're going to a break, folks. When we come back, we'll see if NIP have what it takes on map 2 to keep themselves alive.
But I have no idea where it is, man. Wait, is that Phoenix?
It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the L. I don't mind.
Yeah, if it was Counter-Strike, I would own it for sure, man.
I think I'll stop jumping the gun. I'll think about it a little bit more. I feel like I've got a good map knowledge. I should. I fly around the maps every day on practice, so I'll be pretty disappointed if I don't. I reckon I'll beat Scream.
I feel like there's this thing on every map, man.
That's Haven.
I like this kind of, to aim, to practice your aim.
That's Haven in the Defender spawn, I'm pretty sure.
No, this is not in my mind right now, man.
Yeah, I'll lock in Haven, I'll lock in Defender Spawn to the left.
Oh, actually, I will say Heaven. I will say Heaven. Like the defense, spawn, you know?
I was right. I knew it. I was a bit worried there for a second.
I had no idea for this one.
I'm just gonna go off my instincts every time. It's definitely bind.
It's not split.
I want to say like towards A short.
Once again, I have no idea. It's hard, man. This game is hard, man.
Attacker side of A short and bind.
I think I'll go for bind. In the area where like there's a bathroom, that's it. I mean, there's the TP, but that's not the answer, man.
Oh, in the back of my head somewhere, it's like that's on bind, like in this position, and I'm just going with the flow.
Okay, this has to be split. I recognize the texture.
That's on split. Attackers spawn to the right. I'm really confident. I'll lock that in straight away. I think.
It's not. It's split for sure. I'm pretty sure about that, man.
Yeah, color scheme, giving it away. I feel like I've seen this poster before. Like all that metal is like all of a split and the white walls.
Let me say A side on split, like on catwalk.
100%. I'll lock that in. Yeah.
That's not on catwalk, man. Elbow. This is elbow.
Oh. Yeah, I've never looked up there on elbow before. I wouldn't know.
Okay, this is easy, man. Can I get it straight away also? It's ascent on top mid. That's my answer. Yeah.
That's ascent top middle. Well, when you think you know, like I'm confident on it, so I knew it.
I think there's only one map where there's a tank. It's bind. I'll definitely say bind.
Oh, that's bind a short one by the truck.
I'm not losing that. I'm not losing that.
Hey, let's go. I'll take 80%. I'm pretty impressed that I got 80%.
It's difficult. It's difficult. The next time I'll watch everything on the maps. Like.
They're all the way back, bro. Two guys.
30 secondes.
No! Let's go!
Let's go, boys.
You're the
Good
man.
job.
Let's go.
Straight
4
plant,
seconds.
scream.
Everyone just face everything.
Don't worry.
On the.
Oh,
I can straight plant, but he's there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, 120.
Well, a mix of comms coming out from both sides there, Mitch, but Liquid, they stand strong after the first half. They put up one hell of a performance despite not winning the pistol, still grabbing 7 rounds. NIP, we know Haven has always been a struggle for them. It's not a go-to map for them. But they continue to impress us in many ways throughout this. But again, on their attacking side, it's going to take something very special now for them to deliver, because I can guess already from look at this setup, we're going to see quite an aggressive push early on. We've got a Reyna and a Jet ready to push through Garage potentially on the side of Liquid.
Yeah, we could be looking at a very aggressive play, and I'm all down to see it. Liquid, a team that obviously NIP are used to getting aggressed by after that previous map, certainly. And it looks like they better be used to it, because Scream, he goes out, he pre-fires it, and then just bails on back 2 bullets later.
Oh, the bait as well, because Link's there with the shorty. Is he going to be checked by the drone, or Reyna deals with it? If this isn't checked, Link is going to do some serious damage. One goes down, and the second. Link with the shorty plays again. He's going to try and get out of there, and he does escape with 13 health. Link, the Jet, I'm loving it from start to finish. Tom said he wanted to see it. Well, so do I. I want to see some more of it, because Liquid right now, they're in their comfort zone, and they just slapped Nip on the pistol round. They didn't even get a look at Scream's face. He's like, easy, bro. I got this.
He's so happy. You love to see it, man, because the faces of Liquid, they weren't so happy yesterday. But now they're showing that they've got what it takes to compete, certainly with an NIP. And yeah, you're saying that Tom asked for Link on the Jet. I'm pretty sure he was just copying you, Banks. He just heard you say it and he thought, yeah, I'll say that
he would
too.
do. I'm used to it at this point, mate. You know, it happens. I'll allow
It
Tom to
does.
have a couple of these things in there.
You got to throw him some breadcrumbs, you know, every now and then. But yeah, look, NIP overall, it's not like some of the losses we've seen from them so far have been like Korea not being there, HIP being really flat. This is like the whole team are just having a all right performance. No one is really stepping it up, and that's what we need. And it's not like this is a very two-dimensional team where we look at, you know, these one or maybe two players are the guys that can do the damage. Everyone on NIP has shown capability in the past. It's just not quite there with the likes of FPX, G2, and then Liquid. And it is kind of deflating, you know, especially considering, as you brought up that great point about how the previous NIP roster, they didn't exactly survive very long. So with these kind of results where the previous roster are essentially almost overtaking them, even with the lineup changes, obviously that's a bit different. But yeah, you know, are they really going to stick by you? Are you feeling comfortable right now? I don't think so.
Oh, God, this is chaotic. So many pistol shots coming in, but still, somehow, some way, the kills are going the way of Liquid. Yes, they have the upgraded weapons, but there was so much damage just done there by NIP.
Absolutely
Lurking Lucker.
shredding.
Yeah, he might get shredded himself. Yep.
No.
They expected it. They were waiting for it. A flawless round, and the smiles continue in the Liquid camp. But it is now the all-important round. It's what NIP can get done with some big weapons in their hands. And if they can get easy access to the B site like that again, then maybe that's an option for them. But it depends how much they want to speed it up or slow it down. NIP need to show something that Liquid does not expect.
You know, Max, when I look at the position right now for NIP, you lose out these early plays as well towards the second half. The buy rounds have looked way better for Liquid as well. I don't really know what I'm thinking of as a positive. They need to win this round. They 100% need to. There's not a single rifle in play for Liquid. And I feel like, you know, often you're going to upgrade one or two. You're going to look for a little bit more future-proofing in there. I think this is just sheer confidence. And straight away one-for-one trades, that's perfect. That's like a round like this, if you can find one-for-one trades, Liquid are over the moon.
Sadly, though, for Soul Class, he might have been able to escape had he not been blocked by his teammate. It was a little bit of quick decision-making that couldn't go in their way. But the one-for-one, you'll take it given the weapons. Eccles looking to try and get on a flank here, and he's actually able to pick up Rhyme. That's a huge pickup. Lucker now trying to turn the tide for him. Does have the better weapon to deal the damage with. And the numbers will stay in favor of NIP as Fearoff just tries to sneak round. Link's in a great position, but he just gets caught trying to move around. It's all on Scream, and it's a 1v3. You can't expect much from him in this. More some damage control, picking up a weapon and seeing what he can do.
See, the weapon he has right now doesn't allow for the one-taps, but look at what the machines just managed to retrieve. He's making sure he's safe to pick it up, clears the wider angle, then goes back for it. The thing is, the time isn't great. It's against him for sure. And you know you're going to be running into crossfires, so there's no need to go for this. Really, he's now being spotted, and so running in towards the A site's the most likely play. And yeah, he's just going to create a little bit of space and look to save this weapon.
Well, this is good, though, right? NIP, okay, you lost the pistol, so out of the whole series so far, we've had 4 pistol rounds. They've only won 1. But you bounce back on a buy round. You don't allow it to get too crazy, too out of control from the Liquid side. Problem is, Liquid will have enough money, though, and especially with the save Vandal, it's not going to be a problem for him at all.
Yeah, I do really love the approach of just saving over the weapon, realizing when you're in water that's a little bit too deep to be a swimming in. For NIP, winning that round is, as I said, it's a requisite. If you cannot win rounds like that, where you're up against 4 Spectres and a Stinger, well, you're not going to win rounds where they've got rifles, that's for damn sure. And even then, the confidence in the early fights that came through.
Oh, I love you, Link, mate.
Oh,
Give us a bit more of that head bopping. He's got some Stormzy on in the background. He's like, hell yeah.
Oh, he's been doing some dances. You saw that one that started it out yesterday. He had a choreographed dance. I loved it. I want to see them all, like a team. I want to see Liquid do it. Just a choreographed dance at the start of a game, all 5 of them.
Scream can be like the hype man at the front, right? The rapper, and then everyone else behind him, bigging him up. He'll drop like a UK-Belgium rhyme track. The trap right now is Scream in the corner. Cryptix may have fallen, but oh, he gets sideswiped at the end. Eccles is doing his best to hold on and hold strong, but NIP have the site secured. It's still a 2v2, and Link's got that operator. Neither of them have taken any damage either, and plenty of abilities to play off of. And for NIP, they're very cautious on this. They know when they have to commit to getting that spike. Oh, this could be next level. If Soulcast is left unchecked, he's prone, he's ready. He's hoping they're going to fall for his trap. They're looking to expect it. Oh, Hip! Nicely done. Headshot landed. The mind games aren't going to pay off. And Firov, quite happily, planting the spike now. He's got the opposition, but for Link, he's looking for the turret. It's actually a new spot. Throws out the smoke. He's going to be tagged up a little bit by it, but they'll be well aware of his position for now.
That's a shame. That's a real shame. I love the approach by Link. He's being wrecked. There was no way he was getting away with that.
No.
I love the approach, though. So he smokes the spot where they've typically put it up on top of that box. Then he sneaks down just to make sure it's there. And he sees it isn't. If it was, he throws another smoke up that completely blocks it. And he'd be able to flank them out without them having any clue that he was there. Scream actually did a great job in finding one kill and being able to fall back. But after that, got sideswiped and taken down. Really, credit goes to Hip in that round for cleaning up the site. But then more importantly, being able to expect that player's soulcast to be tucked in towards the spawn. I don't know how he expected that. I really don't. Like, they hadn't planted yet on B, so odds are those players are still stuck out on either site and waiting for the plant to come through or holding their site. The fact that Sulcus was there, I thought was a guaranteed kill. But Hip, his brain's just too damn big.
But you see the problem there where, you know, where Soulcast was holding that position? It's like he sees the shoulder first. He wants to go for the headshot.
Yeah.
But obviously Hip just had a slight quicker reaction when it came to it. We're waiting for that initial peak.
I mean, look, they've not gotten away with the win just yet for Liquid. It is still in contention, but this should be another round really going over towards the NIP camp. I would hope, at least. You've got some weaker weapons to play around. Scream obviously didn't need to invest in the previous round, so he's again got himself that rifle, but the rest of the team are really struggling for cash. And so, realistically, NIP come in with a big advantage. Ult popped by Looker as well. It's an interesting one. Now, if they open up A, I think it's pretty much locked down, but they need to go quickly. There's already a heavy stack coming in. 3 more players on the rotate, and Sulcus up close. He's spotting out the shorts clear, but whoa! Maybe his left clicks aren't so good.
No, the left click's not working out, at least initially. They're bundling away. They're going to run back to round C. They're keeping Liquid guessing, and they don't have a clue what's going on themselves. Plenty of time to get the spike down still. We played the old switcheroo. We went back and forth, and Nip, they're picking up the kills either way. Liquid spent far too much time having to run around. Rip is coming in with a pistol whip, looking for some more, but Kree's going to comfortably deal with it. And Scream with that Vandal will look to just try and hold on to it, but Hip, he's not allowing it. He's not having it. You're not saving over any more weapons, my friend.
Nothing given, nothing granted, no quarter. That's what you like to see. For Liquid, as I said, that's a round they should have lost. They came in with a very weak mix of weapons overall, and so they won't be too deflated. Really, at this point, you know, NIP are putting up one hell of a fight. They're definitely doing well. They had their good first half start, but then fell off towards the end of it. And I'm getting real worried then that Liquid are just going to dominate the buy rounds and close it out. Really, this is going to be the swing round. This is where NIP get to dictate whether they're actually fighting for this or whether Liquid are just going to steamroll them. This buy round has to at least be close, preferably go their way. Nice aftershock through. Sulcus gets out, but look at the HP he's lost.
Yeah, he's going to have to pop it and heal himself up. Early on, having to spend that ability is less than ideal, and they didn't achieve anything for it. Nip are fighting for survival, remember. They're down 1 map. They need to pick this up if they want to stay within it. This is the lower bracket elimination match.
A very important time. This is exactly where NIP have to be stepping it up. We need to see the best NIP we've seen. Their map pick didn't go their way, but they look way better on this one, that's for sure. Which is a solid map when it comes to Liquid. Great opening by Link. Heckle's position caught them completely off guard. They're able to return the kills. They're pulling right back into it. And Hip, again, the monster that they needed. There goes Lockdown. Cryptix wants to push and destroy this. He wants to get up in their faces, but they're all here. There's 1 kill straight away. 5 seconds, he's got to run, and he's just catching all the kills.
He's just chilling, he's staying in it. It doesn't even matter. He may be detained, but Lucker won't be able to hunt him down in time. Now it's a 1v2, and that almost looked like it was going to be guaranteed Nip's round into the B site. Hip did everything he possibly could, but the wrong decision at the end there. Didn't wait for his ult to pop.
Oh, I mean, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. Just a little bit. Team Liquid pulling right back into that one. This is a round of individuals from start to finish. And as Looker wants to be the final individual to answer up to match the performance that his teammate gave. Ooh. He's getting aggressive in towards the spawn, and he's managed to perfectly evade his opponents. I don't think he's got time to go all the way around. Yeah, he can't play the merry-go-round this time. And they've actually managed to creep on in and get towards the spike.
Oh,
There's
no.
committed. It's nice and passive, but it's enough to keep Looker away. He has a dash, so he could go in right after this is popped. He's going to go in right now, looking for the kill. He can't find a dash out of there, and now it's popped. They know exactly where he is. The swing from Cryptix to close it out. A 3K for him, and just in time, they're going to get that defuse. My God, what a round, Banks.
Lucker tried all he might there. Was playing it smart, was trying to bait them out to force him to take the attack going in there, but it just didn't work out. Oh, this shot. What? Oh, Link.
Wow.
That's a slow-mo replay and a half.
You've got to be really upset, though, if you're Hip in that position. He came through. He opened up that site completely. He shut down Link. He left them in a spot where it looked like they were, again, going to be able to push it across the line. And for me, Hip has been the standout player for NIP. I called it before this tournament started that he's my favorite player. I think he's got definitely the most impact when it comes through to a lot of these, well, outside of the last month or month and a half, where he's been, as we said, messing around with agents and really mixing up his role. He has not looked comfortable. But when he's in his comfort zone, I think he delivers far and above what Kree does. This guy is... Oh, well. Can't deliver a whole lot when that happens. And Scream, he uses his dismiss to quickly push up and get in their face. Even dodges the shot on the way out, but Kree, he's the man this round that's opening it up and taking down Cryptix, leaving the site wide open for the taking and punishing Eccles on the re-aggression.
This is nice from Nip, though. They've got the numbers advantage. They don't have to commit. There's still plenty of time. And they can run that clock all the way down. They want to reposition themselves towards A, and Liquid, they've left the site for now, but Soulcast starts to make a bit of a return towards it. And just in the nick of time. Does he want to poke on this, or does he stay defensive? Oh, nicely done. He's going to flash his way through. Oh, he starts off with a headshot delivery, but he can't get the kill. Lucker's there to finish him off. So much damage, but no kills for Soulcast, and that might be exactly what Nick needed to happen. Scream expecting the hunt to come in. He's healing himself back up. He's put himself in a great position. Full shield as well. And actually, with ults online, there's a possibility for Liquid to make this work. We hear it. It's going to come out. Link believes he can make it work. He dashes on through. There's a smoke in front of him. He's on the edge of it. Starts off with one. Looking for more. He's up high. The knives are there. He's backed up by Scream, and they are tearing Nip apart once again. They had the numbers advantage, but the teamwork is far too strong. Fear off on the edge of it, but Scream deals with him, no problem at all. The defuse will come through and go. Well, Scream, you've proven it in one game. You're looking to do it in another right here, right now.
Unbelievable. You know, it's not just down to the shots that Scream is hitting, it's that decision-making in the last second. So, first of all, he swings through and gets the trade, right? Realizing this player is focused up above. But right here, right at the end, when he swings through, he lets his teammates stick it for just a second and then wide swings, realizing that this guy is no longer holding the angle, that he's probably making that move to push in and deny that defuse, and that's when he swings and catches him completely off guard. It Scream's such a smart player as well as such a mechanically and aim-wise just gifted beyond belief player.
What a play from the Liquid side. The teamwork working out. Nip, they're getting so close, but how much more of this can they take? They start to close the gap, and whoa, here we go. Scream wants to make this work, and he does for now. Backs away, plays it smart. But he needs to deliver some more as well for the rest of his team, because instantly Fearoff's able to reply. The flash comes out. Rhyme deals with a Scream. And again, this is Nip's chance over and over. Oh, and Link pokes back into Fearoff. An unexpected movement, but can Nip hold on to this lead?
They should be able to, Banks, but look at the HP for Breach. He is very, very low as they come pushing up through this alley. Cryptix could have the god timing on it. He's dropping down silently, but he's being watched. Kree is holding that angle. Oh, but he gets shut down through the wall, in fact, in the end, as Cryptix looks for more and gets it. Now we mention Breach is already very low. Rhyme can't get a whole lot done, really, when it comes to straight-up aim duels, and he's even got a Bulldog. Hasn't upgraded either on his way back out. That is an odd position. They're going to start pushing on through. Solkas looking for a fight, looking for a duel. Nothing offered up for the Molly. No! This is huge. He's pulled back at just the wrong second, though. He still gets Rhyme. They might think it's clear now, though. They've got to go. That time is very low. Hip in a 1v2. He's the player that's made these happen before. He swings and he misses. That is Team Liquid getting the defuse, and 12-8. Try as they might, NIP cannot win this in regulation anymore.
2 rounds, 2v4. Liquid. The teamwork. The understanding. The amazing ability as a unit to communicate this all so successfully in stressful times. They are making a statement here. And NIP, they just don't have the answers. Last round, last chance for NIP here, Mitch.
You know, Banks, when I look at how things have been going for Liquid with these Asian picks, it's been odd, it's been weird, but they're getting a reward, and you see it here. The amount of flashes that they've got that they can just keep on delivering. It doesn't matter what stage of the game you're at, these guys have got flashes. that's the be-all and end-all of it. Oh, retake. Well, they used 4 flashes. Oh, they've only got 3 left. Great. Like, there's no getting out of it when you come up against these guys at the moment. They are trying to make a new meta, and they're certainly making an argument for it here up against NIP. Coming into what could be the penultimate round of NIP's performance here in the Blast Twitch Invitational. Team Liquid are looking to dominate without any ultimates online. The ults are firmly in favor of NIP, and look at this. Straight dash through from Looker. He's already right in the back of B, and Kreese managed to open that one up. Helped out by Looker, they've got the advantage, and what should be a plant, but they're pushing through the smoke, and that's up against Scream.
Hip, though, he's ready for the challenge. He's ready to try and take it. It looked again so good for NIP, but we're back in a 2v2. Soulcast right on the edge. Kree ready and waiting for him. The smoke may be down in front, but it's not going to work out. It's now a 1v1. Hip cleans up with a refrag, but it's Killjoy on Killjoy action. Hip going to escape and back away to the A site. Get that spike down. He's got a turret to give him a bit of backup. Oh, and he's taking a more forward position. I like this. This might not be expected considering the turret placement. It's unconventional, but Hip, he's got the brains, he's got the smarts, and he manages to get the job done. Nip stay alive. They hang in there. But so much pressure is on Hip's shoulders over and over again for him to have these phenomenal moments in the game.
That's exactly it, Banks, and that is the reason that I guaranteed NIP do not feel happy about winning that round. Like, yeah, we got a round on the board, but again, it's not repeatable. If you cannot rely on that kind of thing happening every single time, you're not going to have a smile on your face. And right now, Hip has got 18 kills in a game that they are 12-9 down in. He has been pulling this team up by his bootstraps, and the reality is you can't support all that weight by yourself. We need to see more consistency because there are 3 rounds left before we hit an overtime. A tactical pause by Liquid as well probably makes them sweat even more. This is a team that, okay, it's not like you're looking at this lineup and saying, oh, well, are they going to push us here? Are they going to do this? They can do anything. They've got 7 flashes. These dudes can just wreck you in the early game without really losing all too much late round potential. And that brings with it, Banks, a lot of fear because they can push anywhere on the map at any time. They can sell fake push info. They can do whatever the hell they want. The strat book at the moment can be so damn deep for Liquid.
For NIP, though, they're fighting tooth and nail. Remember, we could be looking at a scoreline where those 4v2s both went the way of NIP. Then we'd be seeing 11-10 right now. If my math's any good, you know, quick maths, all that stuff. I don't pretend to be good at maths, Mitch. That's why you're here.
11-10. I'm with you on that.
Hey, there we go.
I'm following. Yeah, NIP could be in the lead. Exactly. I 100% agree with you. And that's a pretty scary position, right? That I think Liquid have pulled themselves back into it quite a bit, but they seem to have the consistency and the depth there at the moment. For me, this is the Hip show, and we need to see some more of Looker. We need to see some more of Kree to really believe in NIP.
And that Killjoy being put down very early on. He tried him going for a poke around. He wants to find some more information. Just gets detained right on the edge of it.
They missed it.
Soulcast has found fear off though. Creed dance around in the back lines, and Link's just going to escape. Oh, this is huge work. How is he getting it done? With just the Spectre in his hand. He upgrades to the Operator, and they're in a good position to do some more. NIP now in a 5v2. Ryan trying to push through. He knows he needs to even up these numbers. He grabs the spike, but he can't run away. The flames are at his feet. Soulcast is delivering more. He's not done yet. Eventually he falls, but it's still 3v2. And Scream, he's making this possible. He's doing it all once again as Ryan is running away for his life.
10 seconds. He's got to commit to the
no.
plant. He pushes into B. He's just going to be wrecked. They've already got the rotate on. They're watching him cross. They flashed him. No way to get out of there. That is Team Liquid knocking out NIP in the Blast Valorant Twitch Invitational.